G'day everyone. Okay, so we are having a look at 3006, so that's CMN, not CPPCL. So this is a customer service unit. So you'll notice the change in the code. Now, the change in the code means that this isn't a cleaning unit, this is a customer service unit that you can use across hospitality, retail, and all sorts of different places. So it's a really great unit. I love this unit. So we're just going to pop it up on the screen for you. Give me a second. There it is. Okay. So just like we talked about before, it's CPPCMN. Now that means it is a customer unit. So this is the property services code, and this is a customer service code. So that's why the code's changed, and it's called Provide Effective Client Service. This is one of my favourite units because it isn't cleaning focused. It gives you a really good understanding. Now, remember when we were talking about concept, content, continue. Now we're going to go to the table of contents so that we grab the concept or the idea. What is this unit going to be about? Now, if you get to the end of the table of contents and you are stuck, you're thinking, oh my God, this looks like Japanese. I have no idea what this unit's going to be about. You need to get in touch with me or post on the Facebook page. So it says identify and confirm client's needs, greeting the client, customer requirements, acquiring information. Acquiring means getting from the customer. The client requests are analysed and confirmed with them. Personal limitations are identified. Personal limitations, and then seeking assistance. Personal limitation could be, someone that's really religious being asked to go in and clean something that might differ or conflict with their religion. Could be a disability. Confirm agreed products, sales brochures, how to provide information. Products and service features, conveying that information to the client. Client requests, delivering the product or the services to the client. Human resources. What all of this means, responding to client feedback and complaints, opportunities for improvement. Now I get to the end of this unit and I go, okay, I've got a pretty good idea that this unit's going to be all about customers and colleagues, people I work with, people I work for. And responding to complaints is the last one there. So we want to go on to the unit. We're just going through all the mapping info, all of the assessment info. We've talked about this before. In every unit, it's the legal requirement. You can read it if you like. The trainer uses it to those assessor requirements. There's some links there to the government website that the assessment's done on. If you ever have any issues with the assessment, you can definitely escalate that. But number one, when it's green, 1, 2, 3, it says what's going to be covered in this chapter. So in this chapter, you should be able to, now every unit has this, and I love this. It tells you by the end of this chapter, you should be able to, and it tells you exactly what you should be able to do. So if you're reading this unit and you don't understand what an appropriate greeting is or what a company requirement is, you've got to get in touch with me and sort of, walk through this unit. Now, a client is a customer or potential customer. Now, a client can be an internal employee. So your supervisor and the people you work with are actually a client. I know, right? Mind blown. I always thought the client was the person that's paying us. No, it's the people you work for. It's the people you work under and around, suppliers, all that sort of thing. All right, so with this unit, you are asked quite a lot to consider the other person, put yourself in that person's shoes. So I'm going to bring you to the first question. Now you can see straight away, this unit is a lot longer than provide safe work practices. Sorry, provide effective client service is bigger than safe work practices. We can see it's about 5 times the information there. So you just want to go to the activities. And when you go to the activities, you just really want to read the questions properly. When greeting a customer, so what greetings are you required to use in your organisation? Now, anywhere it says in your organisation. If you're not currently working, you can create one. And I think if you create one with something you're familiar with, okay, or something that everyone's familiar with. I like to use McDonald's a lot because we know you go through the drive-through, you get the same greeting every time. Okay, would you like fries with that? You get the same upsell pretty much every time. If you're not currently working, what greeting would you use if you were greeting a client? That's an easy one. Good morning, how are you? Can I help you? That sort of thing. Now, again, it tells you where to find the question, tells you what page. Give 3 examples of common client requests. So we go to the unit and we're looking at 1.2. So we go and find 1.2, oh, 1.1. Let me just check we're in the, yeah, 1.2. Oh, sorry, that's 1B. So 1A is just one question. So now when we go to 1B, give 3 examples of common. So we're going to find 1B. Going to read through all of this content. You're going to read through clients' needs are analysed. Client requests and inquiries may include these things. So when it says here, give 3 examples of common client requests, it's just asking you for 3. It's given you 6 or 7. Okay, and that's just asking for 3. So take the 3 that resonate with you, the 3 that jump out the quickest. Says, what are different types of questions used to gain information? Now, when it's asking you this stuff, and in the content, there is a list, you can copy and paste. Whenever it says you can list these items, you can copy and paste. And when it says over here, what are the types of different questions used to gain information? See how this has got a list? You could just put open question, closed question, da-da-da. But here, it's clearly asking you to explain. So you would go, open questions, produce a wide range of answers. And then you could say, for example, what are you looking for? Can I help you look for something? A closed question, would you like some help? Yes or no? So when you're filling this one out, you know they've given you those lines for a reason. I want to see at least half of this filled up with relevant information, if not more. If you run over this, you can attach another piece of paper. Okay, there is no such thing as too much information. But if I can't read it, I can't mark it. So please make sure it's neat and tidy. Rewrite it on another piece of paper if you need to. Again, you can use the recorder. Okay, the recorder's great. Give an example of a time when you had personal limitations that prevented you from meeting a client's need. Now, I want you to be aware that whenever it asks you for an example, you can give a family member's example. I just want an example. Everybody has personal limitations which affect their ability to interact with customers. These could be anything that make you prevent you from achieving a successful outcome. It could be a lack of time, lack of resources, lack of knowledge, or lack of authority. So you might just have to escalate it to a supervisor. Lack of knowledge, I don't know, but I'll go ask someone that can help you. So up here, give an example of a time you had personal limitations that prevented you from meeting the needs. Just an example could be, you know, I was working in a takeaway shop once. Someone came in with a gift voucher from 3 months ago and they wanted a refund. I didn't know about it. My supervisor wasn't there, so I had to take the person's phone number because I just couldn't give them an answer. You can make up a scenario. These questions are tapping into your imagination. Imagine you were employed in this area. Imagine you had to solve this problem. Don't just look at it and go, I've never been employed. I don't know. I can't think of something. Create something. Tap into the part of the brain that's creative. That's what they're asking you to do. Give 3 examples of people you could seek information from. Boom, boom, boom. It will be in the content. That'll be things like, so see right there, seeking assistance from, and there's some options there. This is not a hard unit. It is a unit that you need to be really creative. Design a sales brochure for a new residential cleaning service, residential being homes. You can include in your brochure your hourly rate, your availability, your days and times, the features and benefits. Now, the features and benefits are things that you do. Features are things you're offering. The benefit is how it impacts me. Okay, so let's just even say this cup. One of the features of this cup is this handle, and another feature might be it's insulated. That's what it has. What it does is allows me to keep working and drink my coffee one-handed. That's a benefit. A benefit could be that it's insulated so it doesn't burn me. It keeps my coffee hot longer. So, you know, you could say we've got this insurance, and the benefit is it keeps your household safe. When you're doing this leaflet, the easiest way to do the leaflet, the best way to do a leaflet is to basically get a piece of paper at home, fold it in half, simple as that, fold it in half, have on the front, you know, Fiona's house cleaning, phone number, address, open it up, have the features, your price, availability, features, benefits, contact details. And then that way you just take a photo of that. Now you can draw the brochure into this square if you want to. It's easy enough to do. Just needs to be neat enough that I can read it. Explain what your organisation's workplace tidiness standards are. If you're not currently working, what workplace tidiness standards are, and what dress code would you put in place in your own business? So you can use the business from your leaflet, pretend that that's your business, and you're telling your employees tidiness. At Fiona's Cleaning, we like to stay tidy for our customers. So we have a dress code. The dress code says you must be having closed shoes on. You must have a black t-shirt. Your hair must be up. Your fingernails need to be clipped. Okay, so create that as if it's your own business. You could also say at McDonald's, they have to wear a uniform. They have to wear hairnets. They have a dress code for safety. A lot of the time it's safety. When it says explain, we want you to tell a story. Okay, so it's saying, I know about customer service and I can demonstrate that to you. I can tell you about it. But again, if you can't do the words, you can use the app, which I'll show you in a second. Write a short email explaining the 3 features and benefits of one of your organisation's services or products to a client. Use the information from your leaflet. Make this easy on yourself. Dear so-and-so, thank you for replying to our leaflet we put in the mail. So thankful that you'd like a house clean. As it says in the leaflets, here's some of the features and benefits of getting your house cleaned with us. This is what sets us apart. Write the email as if it's from your own business. That business is going to be used throughout this whole unit. So you may as well fall in love with that idea of that business. It can be anything you want. What are the different ways to respond to clients' requests for information if you don't know? That's a lot of space there. Okay, so responding to clients' requests. So we can see there in the question, chapter 2.3. So you're reading through, you go to chapter 2.3. Okay, so client requests. What's it saying here? Research could be conducted. There are various possible reasons why you don't have the information on hand. Research could be included. Brochures, company database, things like that. So this whole thing here provides a really good outline for the answer that goes in 2C. All right. What details are contained in a client service agreement? Give an example of each. So you go to 2.4 and you read through 2.4. An agreement may include all of these things, and they say, give an example. Cost, how much will I pay? Do I need to put a deposit? What happens if I cancel? Timeline, so they want an example. Do not cut and paste. They want your example. For a specific product you provide, list the human resources involved. Again, use the cleaning company you made up in the first thing. Okay. If you're not currently working, do this for an organisation you'd like to work for. Specific product or service you provide, list all the human resources involved. For example, if a client comes in and says, I'd like to get my house pressure cleaned, you would have to speak to your supervisor. The salesperson would have to do a quote. You'd have to speak to your supervisor. The storeman might have to pack the equipment. There might be a special ticket required for pressure cleaning, so you might have to get a special worker. And then you've got to call the customer back. You might even need to call the council to block a road off to pressure clean if there's a lot of water coming out on the path. So you might have to talk to the council. So that's human resources. Who am I going to have to talk to? Who am I going to have to liaise with? Who am I going to have to get authority from, permission from? Do I have to roster extra workers? They're all human resources. Explain what information you would need to brief each person. So they've got to know what they're doing, when they're going to turn up, what equipment they need, who they need to report to. Give an example of a time a client requested a product or service outside the agreement and how you responded to it. Okay, this can be you in your current role or not. I remember one time we ordered a lounge and they told us all about the lounge. You know, you put the deposit down, it's going to be 6 weeks, it gets delivered on a particular day. I rang up and I said, you know, how long is our lounge going to be? Because we've actually sold our other lounge. Oh, 4 to 6 weeks. I rang them up and I said, how hard to get it in 2 weeks? They said, that's fine. It's not in your agreement. Your agreement's 4 to 6 weeks. You can have it in 2 weeks, but you get an extra $150. And so they emailed that to me and they explained it to me, and I had the option of accepting or declining. So this could be the client wants the item sooner. They want it delivered at a different time. They want the oven done this week as an extra. Whatever it is, it's outside the normal agreement. So you need to confirm with them. You need that in writing. So it says, who do you consult? I have to go back to my supervisor. Hi, Fiona, I know you want your lounge sooner. That's fine. It's extra $150. I'll have to talk to my supervisor and make sure we've got the availability. I'll come back to you. So all these questions are asking you to insert yourself into the customer experience. That's what this is asking you to do. Become customer experience focused. Think about what you'd want as a customer. Explain how you record client feedback in your organisation or an organisation that you've researched. We get a lot of feedback as cleaners. We get a lot of feedback through a cleaning book at reception, and then they email us and things like that. Recording client feedback, okay, that's in unit 4.1. Explain. So tell me how you do that. If you had cleaners out there, you're the boss, your cleaners are accepting feedback from the client, and you need to record it somewhere. Could be on the bottom of their timesheet, could be in a weekly log, could be on software. What are the organisation's customer service standards for responding? Now you decide this. What are the standards that you want them to respond? Number 1, I'd like my cleaners to say thank you for the feedback. I would like to take this moment to discuss it with you. Maybe you tell them that they don't agree with the client straight away because they're admitting, you know, client could come up and say, oh, excuse me, Fiona, no one emptied the bins last night. Can you make sure you empty them tonight? Thanks for letting me know. I'll make sure we empty them tonight. Instead of sort of saying, oh, that's bloody terrible. They're so lazy, the nighttime shift, aren't they? They could have emptied them and someone could have come in and, you know, not put the bags back in. Could be anything. And you've just agreed with them straight away. So your customer service standard might be to hear them and acknowledge their complaint, but not say what you're going to do. Oh, thanks for letting me know. I'll talk to my supervisor and they'll talk to you. Could be that you write in the book, you know, it's got to be in writing or it didn't happen. All right, so these are very similar questions as you go through this unit, very similar questions. You're creating a organisation for yourself. If you have any problems with any of these questions in this unit, you can pop them on the Facebook page, but this customer service unit is absolutely amazing. I think it's really fun and it's a great opportunity for you to actually learn what customers want. Thanks, guys.